In today's episode of the Founder Ride, Randy talks about competitive differentiation through brand and story.
Hello, I'm Randy Gerber, and welcome to another episode of the Founder Ride. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to tell your friends to tune in too. We're trying to build this community and build this audience as much as we possibly can. Today, I want to talk a little bit about competitive differentiation through brand and story, candidly. And this is not a new topic, and there's tons and tons of content out there already. The reason why I've chosen to talk about it today specifically is I think that storytelling and branding are changing quickly. They're evolving quickly. And the reason why is that you now have artificial intelligence telling stories for people, doing branding for people. And lots of folks are using it, lots of companies are using it, and in some respects you're seeing a lowest common denominator use of artificial intelligence and software tools around that for branding and for storytelling. One thing that's never going to go away, at least I hope never goes away, is the storytelling component of being a human being. And I believe that all of us as entrepreneurs, all of us as businesses, no matter what size the business is, we're going to have to get really good at storytelling, and storytelling in a way that humans can feel it. I'm not sure I believe that anytime soon technology will be able to tell stories in a way that humans really feel and how we feel it. But I know that we still can do that from human to human. And so when I really think about how technology's changed business the last 20 years, it's remarkable. I mean, 20 years ago, the internet was becoming popular. It was popular, but it wasn't a day-to-day. Now we can do it on our phone, on the internet, and through computing power is remarkable. And so we've lived through these dynamics where, marketing went from people to direct mail at home, and then they had seminars, and now you had email, people emailing you, and you have social media. And it's really moved very quickly in a very short period of time. And now, with the way we consume content, that artificial intelligence is able to create messaging, create avatars that look like somebody, act like somebody, and promote a product. And so it's out there, and it works. Obviously, it works. I believe where we're going as a country, particularly in America and probably a world, is that eventually that all becomes noise. Eventually that all becomes lowest common denominator, and you won't be able to differentiate anymore. And your buying partner is going to be Google or ChatGPT saying, hey, what's the best car to purchase, or what's the best flour to purchase for making pizza dough? And who knows if it's accurate, right? I say those two things that I did it recently. Not really what car to purchase, but tires for the car to purchase. I believe that going forward, humans are going to demand, going to require, need more human interaction. They have to feel it. So I don't know that anytime soon that artificial intelligence will be able to help us feel a certain emotion the way humans can. I'm sure there's some degrees of it, of course. But I think going forward, our businesses, all of our businesses, I don't care what business you're in, you're going to have to help your buyer, your universe of buyers, understand how, your story, so they can feel why they should do business with you. So obviously you're going to still have to provide a great product, a great brand, or a great product, a great experience at a great price. That's not changing. In fact, if anything, it's getting more competitive. But introducing the feeling part through human interaction will become more and more important. I don't have solutions necessarily. This is more of a thought-provoking conversation that I think that as you're thinking about your 27, 28, 29 strategy, how do we feel more in our business? How do we have our employees feel more? And how do we get our customers to feel more as well too? So, and at the end of the day, and I'll finish where I started, this is your competitive differentiation through your brand and through your storytelling. And it all circles back to, why are you different? Why are people buying from you? Thanks for listening to the Founder Ride. Thank you for tuning in to another episode, and have a great day.
Content herein is produced by Gerber Entrepreneur LLC, aka Founder Farm, another firm owned by Randy Gerber that is a private community for entrepreneurs. Services provided by Founder Farm are separate from the services rendered by Gerber LLC and are rendered pursuant to a separate contract. Clients of Gerber LLC are under no obligation to engage with Founder Farm. Founder Farm does not render investment advisory services.